What's up, guys? Today we're coming at you with a Odd Eyes Guardragon deck profile. So let's jump into this deck profile and see what we're coming at you with. Guys, if you haven't already, be sure, if you're new to the channel, to hit the subscribe button. That'd be much appreciated. Also, too, be sure to leave a like and a comment. That way we know what feedback you got from us, guys. So let's jump into this. Let's see what we're coming at you with. To start things off, we're running 3 Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon. This is the main Odd Eyes card that you want to get in your hand as fast as possible to be able to get this guy in your pen scale, and then whenever one of your Odd Eyes gets destroyed, it's going to allow you to get that search and start getting the pluses that you need for the deck. We're running 2 of the OG Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. This guy's very good to be able to help you search out your low level monsters, and also too, you know, if you come in a battle situation where your opponent does get a little bit more powerful than you, you can have him in the pen scale and reduce that damage down to 0. So that's very useful. Also running 2 Odd Eyes Phantom Dragon. Odd Eyes Phantom Dragon is a very good card in my opinion. Whenever he's pendulum summoned, he's going to do that extra burn damage whenever you hit your opponent for every Odd Eyes you have in your pen scale. Also too, when he's in the pen scale, to be able to give any of your monsters a 1200 attack point boost is very, very useful. We're also running 2 Odd Eyes Persona Dragon. Odd Eyes Persona, in my opinion, is a very good card. You won't be able to get as many negates on board as possible. And this is actually going to help you to be able to stop those extra deck monster effects that your opponent has. It can be very pesky for you. We're also running 1 Odd Eyes Mirage Dragon. This guy's the mascot for the deck. You know, you want to run him at least as a 1-of. He is a normal summon that is searchable for the deck. So that could be very helpful and very useful depending on some of the plays you want to make. Also running 1 Performing Power Odd Eyes Dissolver. Dissolver is very good for the deck also. He's searchable and he helps to be a good fusion substitute for you. If you need to, when he's on the field, you can use his fusion out of the pen scale, so that can be very, very beneficial, you know, some of the plays that you want to make and extending your boards. We're also running 3 Luster Pendulum, the Draco Slayer. This guy, he came back to 3 finally after all this time, and it's very, very good too, especially in the Guardragon builds or any Pendulum Guardragon build. He's a pendulum monster, he's a dragon. He's also too gonna allow you to pop and get another search, and that can help you load up your extra deck also. And this is just very useful for the deck and able to allow it to have more plays and have more normal summon monsters that can be able to make more plays for the deck. We're also running the 3 Supreme King Dark Worm and the 1 Donut, which I need to get with my coffee. Need another coffee time. But this is a very good little package. You know, whenever Dark Worm's in the graveyard, you got no monsters on the field, especially someone out of the graveyard, get that search that you want to. You know, also too, Supreme King Gate 0, if push comes to shove and you're in a bad situation, you can destroy a Odd Eyes card if you have an Odd Eyes card on the field, and that can also help you to trigger your Arc Pendulum Dragon. So that's an effect you don't want to forget about. We're also running 3 of the Corner Grass Sorcerer and the 1 Time Gazer. This is just another good little starter package too. Also too, with all the popping that you can do with your Odd Eyes cards, you can also special summon this guy from hand without even using a Time Gazer. That could be very beneficial for you. And sometimes that could be, you know, depending on how you set up your boards too. We're also running the 1 Destrudo. Destrudo comes in very clutch with a lot of the plays that you want to make for the deck. It's going to help you get to the plays that you want to and get those Guard Dragons rolling the way you want to. And lastly, for the monsters, fresh off the ban list, we're running 1 Tempest Dragon Ruler of the Storm. This guy is going to start being a lot of dragon decks. You know, he's very, very useful, very good. Still some very good plays. You know, a lot of people would say it shouldn't be in this deck, but the thing about it is, once you go into some of your XYZ plays, you're going to be able to have dragons in the graveyard. You're going to keep special summoning this guy out a lot. So that could be very useful to you and very, very beneficial for the deck. And that is it for the monsters. For the spell cards, we're running 2 Allure Darkness. Allure Darkness is going to help us to be able to get that draw power for the deck. We're just going to want to thumb through the deck as fast as possible. We've got plenty of dark monsters, so we can start throwing some of them monsters away. Running 2 Duelist Alliances to be able to make sure we get to that Arc Pendulum as fast as possible. Also, 2 if push come to shove, we can search out the OG original Odd Eyes and just have an extra level 7 monster on board. We're also running 3 Spiral Flame Strike. This is the best searcher in the game in my opinion, to be able to search out any of your level 7 Odd Eyes cards. Also, 2, being able to, if you have Odd Eyes on the field, to be able to destroy a card, a problematic card that could be a problem against you, is very, very beneficial. Also running the 1 Summoner's Arc. Summoner's Arc is just to be able to make sure we get to that Arc Pendulum first turn when we need to, or just be able to get an extra an extra dragon in the hand that can be used for a pin summon. That could be very useful. We're also running the 1 Terraforming with 3 Sky Iris and the 1 Dragon Ravine. This is a very good little play lineup right now. I like it a lot. Dragon Ravine to be able to send either your Destrudo, your Dark Worm, your Tempest to the graveyard, whatever you might want to send in there, and that could be helping you get plays set up. If you send, your Dark Worm off the pitch, you get your Tempest in the graveyard too, you got plays for days after that, because you're going to be able to special summon your Dark Worm, get your search for the Gate 0, your Tempest is sitting in the graveyard waiting for some dragons to get put in there, and you're going to start doing that whenever you start doing your link plays and everything like that. So that's very useful. You got the Sky Iris, it's going to be able to help you search out your Odd Eyes cards, and on top of that, it's going to be able to protect your Pendulum Odd Eyes cards, and that could be very, very beneficial to you. I like that a lot. We're also running the 1 Foolish Burial and the 1 Dragon Shrine. I still like this little lineup also, to be able to send whatever monsters you might need, be able to open these up, really starts getting the deck floating the way you really want it to. And lastly, for the spell cards, running 2 Return of the Dragon Lord, with Tempest being back, also 2 with all the level 7 dragons in the graveyard and ways to send dragons to the graveyard. It's very good to have Return of the Dragon Lord, bring one of those back, normal summon a monster, go into your Electrum play, start getting your plays going the way you want to. Also 2, after you've done that, you're normally going to have one of these in the graveyard, so if your opponent does start getting over stuff that you don't want them to, you still have an extra layer of protection, so that's very useful. And that's it for the spell cards. For the extra deck, we're running 1 Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon. This guy's, really main and crucial for the deck. He's the boss monster you want to go into. You usually want to go into it with your Dissolver. That way you can still bring it back out whenever it gets destroyed, and your Arc Pendulum will be able to help you bring it back out. But the thing about it is, a lot of times you're going to use it with your Absolute and just, set up a negate board so your opponent can't get over it. We're also running 1 Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. This guy's very beefy, very good. Be able to make sure you get it out there with your, your Guardragon plays, and just be able to have a big 32 beater that says, nope, can't do that, sir. Same thing, we're running 1 Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. This guy is just good for being able to get over big towering monsters that are level 5 or higher. Also, to be able to get a negate on that monster effect can be very beneficial. We're also running 1 Ignister Prominence. This guy, with the return of Luster Pendulum back to 3, this right here can open up a lot of more Guardragon plays to be able to special summon him out. Also, too, his effect's going to allow you to pop and spin 1 problematic card. Then, also, too, being able to search out one of your Luster Pendulums, put it right here beside it, and that's going to still be able to get you Guardragon plays. That's 2 more dragons on board, so that's very useful. We're also running 1 Supreme King Dragon Clearwing. This guy's just good for making sure you wipe the whole board. A lot of times you're not going to wipe boards because, you can do other stuff, negates, things like that, but also too, being able to wipe boards and also to be able to push through your opponent monster and doing damage is very good. We're also running the 1 Odd Eyes Meteor Burst. Meteor Burst is good for grabbing out of the pen scale, setting up more plays, and just extending plays. We're also running the 1 Shooting Riser Dragon. Shooting Riser Dragon is, a very underrated card. A lot of people don't really play this card, and pretty soon I think a lot of people are going to start playing this card a lot more. But the thing is, you can be able to send one of your cards to the graveyard, change its level, modulate its level, and then go into whatever play you want to go into. And by doing that, you can really set up some really crazy nutty boards. So that's very, very useful. We're also running the 1 number 38 Hope Harbinger Dragon. Hope Harbinger Dragon is just good for being able to make sure that if your opponent does want to attack one of your monsters and you don't want them to, it's going to have to read the direct attack over here to him. Also too, being able to suck up one of your opponent's spell cards and to get that negate is very useful. We're also running the one Red Eyes Flare Metal. Red Eyes Flare Metal is just very beneficial in the fact that he's going to be able to make sure that you can just start, whenever your opponent starts trying to make a lot of plays, just start burning them up. That way, if you didn't do enough damage to kill them off, you're going to make them make the choice whether they're just going to go ahead and scoop or just go ahead and try to make their plays. We're also running the one Odd Eyes Absolute. Odd Eyes Absolute really is good for making those negate attacks. Also too, whenever you're sent from the field to the graveyard, get one special summon from one of your Odd Eyes. Very useful. We're also running the small Guardragon package with the LP, the Argipane, the Hieratic Sphere of Heavenly Spheres, and the Triple Burst. This is just a nice little package. You know, you want to be able to have this bare minimum for your Guardragons. LP is just going to be able to make sure that you're going to be able to special summon from the hand or deck. Argipane is going to be able to help you get those crazy boss monsters out of the extra deck, which is really broken. Hieratic Sphere is just going to allow you to get another interruption. Also too, if you tribute it off the field, it's going to allow you to be able to special summon one of your dragons out of the deck. A lot of times what I like to do is special summon my Persona Dragon into defense mode, or even sometimes even my Mirage Dragon, just to be able to give an extra layer of blanket defense with the Odd Eyes monsters. And you got Triple Burst because he's one of the pointers pointing down. It's going to help you start off all the Guardragon plays. And lastly, for the extra deck, we're running one Heavy Metalfoes Electrum. Heavy Metalfoes Electrum needs to be in every Pendulum deck that you can play. They need to bump this guy up. Very useful for the deck and helps you stand a lot of plays. But that is it for the deck profile, guys. Guys, if you haven't already, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Also to be sure to Gallic gun that like button, share, comment, subscribe. Thanks guys for all your love and support. We're out.